I want to talk about the state of the offensive line because, again, that's like our Achilles heel of the Giants for the last 17,000 million years since the dawn of the dinosaurs, it feels like.
Yeah.
Um, Now, the reporters got a chance to talk to Greg Van Roten specifically, and he gave a lot of comments of what's going on in the offensive line. So when talking about the line, he said specifically the offensive line, we are deep. So there's a lot of depth. There's a lot of talent. Marcus Mbow looks like he can be a good player. Jay Kubis showed a lot of promise and last year, hoping to build on that in year two. Interesting people he picked out in that. I like the depth thing. I agree with it. It's gotten better the last 2 years. Been kind of growing the depth of the offensive line. But interested in two players because Marcus Mbow is a guy that we were very high on coming out of this draft. We thought we got a third round talent in the fourth round. That's always a good thing. And then you got Jake. Was a guy that you kept hearing the coaching staff loved him last year, and didn't play very good when he got the chance. But to be honest, he wasn't supposed to. That's supposed to be a red shirt year for him, basically, to learn. And he kind of got forced into service there because of all the injuries going on there. He was also asked about John Michael Schmitz, obviously JMS, very, very important third year. I cannot stress how important this third year is for JMS. He said, I love playing next to John. He's a really, really smart center. I think he's taken steps every year. And hopefully this year 3, you want to take another step. You want to be the guy, and I think he is the guy, and we'll just keep going. So, yeah, I mean, again, this is leadership talk here. See, when we talk about Holland,
saying the right stuff.
Yeah, you got the right stuff.
Ooh,
I got New Kids in the Block. Thanks to you. Not cool.
Marky Mark.
Yeah, actually, it's funny you say that because I actually heard that song with Marky Mark today. Good Vibrations.
Yeah.
Oh, I just popped up on. It was like one of those TikTok things that do like, do you know these songs from the 90s? And I'm like, yeah, I'm old. Of course I do.
It's like not just the 90s. That's like early 90s. Like
that was.
Yeah.
Like 91, 92,
almost
probably.
80. Yeah. Maybe 90 in general.
Yeah, we're gonna look it up. Who would have thought we talk about Good Vibrations? By the way, if people don't know, Good Vibrations is the song Marky Mark. You know him probably better as Mark Wahlberg, though he's gotten so old he's not even a movie star anymore at this point in his life. 1991 that was almost 35 years ago. Like one more year to be 35 years. That's crazy. But yeah, he tried himself as being a musician, I guess you want to say, like a rapper. After, of course, his brother Donnie Wahlberg, who you see in Blue Bloods on CBS, I think has that show. Is that show even still going on? I don't know. He's also the one that married Jenny McCarthy, and he was in New Kids on the Block. So we've given way too much information on New Kids on the Block. I never thought we'd talk about it.
And that's where Entourage got its like basis off of.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I never watched the show.
Oh, so the main star is supposed to be like loosely based off of Mark Wahlberg, and he has an older brother who is like, he's an actor, but he's not like as successful.
Wow.
But he has his entourage like Mark Wahlberg did.
He married Jenny McCarthy. He's got some success. Just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, like I said, it's leadership stuff. I'm glad to hear it. And listen, I'm hoping big things out of JMS too as well. I think the big thing, he's got to be healthy. He hasn't been healthy at all, guys.
I was going to say his biggest problem has been like he just hasn't been able to stay on the field. And in his rookie year, like he battled through some injuries and just didn't go out. And like we give him kudos, but like at the same time, like especially at his age, you don't understand. But like sometimes staying in longer and trying to fight through it when you should be sitting out, it's going to affect you the next year.
Well, it's also, we only give so many kudos before eventually we're like, okay, I get it. You're playing through injury, but the problem is you're always injured. Like you get credit in the beginning for doing that, but eventually you're like, okay, this has been long enough. Get healthy.
Yeah.
Or this is a problem. We have to move on. It's a business decision.
Yeah. Which it's sad to move on from the business decision of an injury, but if you would have just sat out and taken an extra couple weeks,
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
I don't know. It depends on the injury. It's hard to say on that.
Yeah.
It depends on what type of injury. Unfortunately, fortunately, since we don't know things to HIPAA laws and privacy stuff, who knows on that one? But it's possible. That's for damn sure. So Greg Van Roten was also asked about the transition for somebody moving from tackle to guard. Obviously, we're dealing with that with Evan Neal, the guard. We're dealing with that with Evan Neal, who's moving into that guard position there. It was asked there again. They were asking him if it was easy to make that transition. He said, "I don't think so, honestly. With the ability that you see that these big defensive linemen these days, they're not these big fat slugs anymore. They're athletic, dynamic. You look at the young guy that we drafted in the third round. He's a big dude. He's very athletic. And then you look at Dex inside. That is not someone I would say that is I want in a phone booth. Just me personally. Yeah, they're closer to you, but that doesn't mean it's easier to block them. That sounded a little personal, I think, like for him. And I think we're having a little bit of a renaissance the last couple of years of the guard position, where it's thought of as more important. And obviously, that's, let's be frank, in the fact that you're seeing more defensive tackles now that are pass rushing. Like it used to be, you were the guy who just held the blocks so somebody else got freed up, or you're the guy who just tried to clog the holes the running back can't get through. Now you're expected to go ahead and rush the passer, collapse the pocket, do those kind of things that, quite frankly, if you want to go back to the days of John Randall and Warren Sapp, they were the guys who really kind of started that off in the early, to mid 90s at that point. But yeah, I mean, it's a different thing now. It's not, that's not the same position. So yeah, it's like, is it easy to these big fat slugs, as he called them? Is it easy to block them either? No. Guys are like 350 pounds. Like, good luck blocking that kind of, big fat slug, as he called them. Like, which is just a gross analogy, like slimy and all.
Well, nice, slow moving, but
how do you block this guy? I bring table salt.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like,
solve it.
The only complaint I have of what he said is, he said, you look at the young guy we drafted in the third round. He's a big dude. Like, do you know his name? Like, Greg Van Roten, do you know your teammate's name? Like, I know I've seen, like, you get some of the old-timer football players that have been around for, like, 15 years and played on, like, 12 teams. People will joke around with them on TikTok and, like, who's this guy? Who's that guy? I've seen that kind of videos before.
Yeah.
This is a guy in your team right now. Like, right now. And you're, like, practicing against him. You should know his name. And maybe he does know his name, it's just poor wording, but when you say it that way, you look at the young guy that we drafted in the third round. That's I don't know his damn name terminology.
It could be. It's also like some people just talk like that.
Yeah. Just that's what it kind of sounds like to me.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Who knows?
There's some people like that's. There's plenty of people like in sales I deal with.
Yeah. Oh, listen.
Hundreds of people a day.
You don't know their names in sales. I know better. It's hey you.
Oh no, I take notes.
Let's see. This is Robert. He's got the daughter doing ballerina.
No, it's before it goes. Good.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're looking like, what's that movie? The Interns with
Owen Wilson
and Vince Vaughn. Yep, the one they did that before the meetings. That's what I was thinking of. Anyway, Greg Van Roten was also asked about competition on the line. He said, we're all competing. Nothing is set in stone. This is May, so you've got to earn it every day. And that's a reason I think that I've been able to stick around the league for 14 years, because I don't think that I've earned anything or anything should be handed to me. I'm sure Evan feels the same way. I'm sure Jake feels the same way. There's a lot of guys in our room, and the reality of the situation, we will have 9 or 10 at the end of training camp. So you just want to be in that 9 or 10. First off, I'd like to set the little bar a little higher if I was a player. I just want Doppy cut.
I get what he's saying.
I do too. I just don't think it came out very well.
Yeah, so going back to like we're talking about, like the the big dude that we got in the third round, like that's just the way he talks. It just might be like one of those good old boys, like that guy over there. But as soon as he walks up to that guy over there that we dropped the third round, or yeah, or like he may say like this, that about that person, but as soon as he goes up to him, like, oh, hey Drew, what's up?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, that was more just weird because that's what it sounded like. He didn't know the guy's name, but this one here, that's just even weirder too. So you just want to be at 9 or 10. Like, let's set the bar a little higher, especially for a guy like Greg Van Roten, who's literally played every single snap last season. So that's a little crazy. But again, I like the fact that he is acknowledging there is competition. Like, let's be honest here. Greg Van Roten is not secure in his job as right guard. Like, is he the incumbent? Is he a guy who probably will likely hold on to that job? Of course. But do you think the Giants are going to spill, any kind of tears if Evan Neal beats him out? No. They're going to be happy to be a certain extent because it validates their pick. Are they going to be happy if Jay Kubis all of a sudden plays better and somehow snatches that role? Of course not. They signed him, and he's young. He was undrafted rookie free agent. Like, this guy, it's kind of the equivalent of a draft pick to a certain degree. You know what I mean? He's part of that rookie class from last year.
I wonder if, like, the way he stated in his head, he was trying to accommodate all these guys at the same time. Hey,
I think he was.
Starter.
Yeah, I think he was. I think that's how he meant it. But the last part is what kind of, I think, was more a message to those guys. But it came off as like him not setting the bar high enough for himself.
I mean, he could just be saying, like, listen, he's been around the league. Nothing's been, nothing.
I get it, but you're saying there's a lot of guys in the room, and the reality of the situation will have 9 or 10 at the end of training camp. So you just want to be in that 9 or 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where I'm at there.
Yeah.
Well, we got our first comment on Kick, I see, and that's not. I don't know how to. Oh, we can't even delete the comments apparently. But apparently he wants to help increase our views. Get 25 subscribers in 3 days. First off, let me tell you guys, if anybody else does any kind of content creation, if anybody ever offers to take money from you in exchange for subscribers, don't do it. It's going to kill any channel you have. It's very tempting, I know. It will kill any channel you have, any kind of drive you have, because those subscribers will be fake and never ever watch your stuff, which will hurt your analytics much more and tell that platform to not show your stuff. Anyways, I get off my little side rant there since I can't get rid of the bot there, apparently. I have to re-examine this Kick thing. But anyway.
Kick it out.
Cut it out.
No,
we have way too many 90s references here today. On his free agency this past offseason, he said, I was hoping to come back. I was glad that conversation started sooner than last year, so it worked out, and I'm happy to be here. So, obviously, he signed much earlier. He was a very late addition last year, guys. He's like, besides Adoree Jackson, I think he was like the latest person to actually basically see the field that we signed, barring people we signed because of injuries later on during the season. I'm saying in the offseason.
In the offseason.
So so he probably is happy to be back that much quicker. And again, he's with Priscilla, who he's with in his time in the Raiders as well. So, he probably did enjoy coming back because he's probably got a chance to start and he's playing for a guy he's played for multiple times and he's comfortable with. Plus, let's be honest, we sucked last year. We should be better.
Should be a lot better.
Better be. Speaking of being better, he also talked about the quarterbacks. He said, yes, a lot of personalities in that room. They're all different. Not that one's better than the other. Russ is definitely very detailed. Jameis is a great locker room guy. Tommy is Tommy. Which, I'm sorry. That's hilarious. Tommy is Tommy.
He's like, hey, guess what? My mom made some chicken parmesan. We're going to have some a little later.
What? Oh, my God. He goes on and says, and then we're learning about Jackson, seeing what he's all about. They all bring something kind of unique and special to the room, so it's going to be exciting to watch them kind of progress throughout the offseason and training camp. Russ, he's been there, done that. He's been in the league a long time, competed at a high level, 10 Pro Bowls, Super Bowl, been to 2, a lot of experience, and he's just a really good voice to have in the offensive room. So again, more nice things being said by teammates on Russell Wilson. Now, I will say this. I didn't see the whole interview, so I don't want to sit there and say that I saw every single question and statement made. If something led him up to it. But that's two players that we're talking about this episode, Bobby Okereke and Greg Van Roten, who both said very nice things about Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
As a person, not even as a quarterback, as a person. Let's be honest. We already knew he was an upgrade at quarterback. And he's not going to be the upgrade over person. You can say what you want about Daniel Jones. That man is a freaking saint. But he is. And still doesn't talk trash about the Giants. You kidding me? I've been bashing the Giants like you wouldn't believe if I was him. But there's good comments and nice words now from two teammates that we've heard today in Russell Wilson. So definitely excited to see what he brings to the table.
Thanks for watching. Like the show? Of course you do, or you would have turned it off by now and not be hearing me. There are plenty of ways to support the show. YouTube is the best place to join us, and we offer memberships there with fun benefits like custom emojis and early access to video clips. Of course, there you can also send super chats and stickers to send one-time support payments. The best way to support the show is to buy these drunk idiots beers at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Along with one-time support payments, there are also monthly plans, so you can continue to help kill their livers each month. You can also show people that you are a goofball by visiting our store at 2giantgoofballs-shop.fourthwall.com. We got everything from shirts, hats, phone cases, funny candles, buttons, stickers, and even a 2 Giant Goofballs towel to dry off your goofballs. Of course, you can always support the show for free by simply hitting the like, subscribe, and share button wherever you are watching or listening to this. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show tremendously, and quite frankly, the Goofballs suck at marketing and need your help to get the word out. Thank you for being part of the Goofball Army and for taking the time out to support the show.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.
Thanks for watching. Like the show? Of course you do, or you would have turned it off by now and not be hearing me. There are plenty of ways to support the show. YouTube is the best place to join us, and we offer memberships there with fun benefits like custom emojis and early access to video clips. Of course, there you can also send super chats and stickers to send one-time support payments. The best way to support the show is to buy these drunk idiots beers at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Along with one-time support payments, there are also monthly plans, so you can continue to help kill their livers each month. You can also show people that you are a goofball by visiting our store at 2giantgoofballs-shop.fourthwall.com. We got everything from shirts, hats, phone cases, funny candles, buttons, stickers, and even a 2 Giant Goofballs towel to dry off your goofballs. Of course, you can always support the show for free by simply hitting the like, subscribe, and share button wherever you are watching or listening to this. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show tremendously, and quite frankly, the Goofballs suck at marketing and need your help to get the word out. Thank you for being part of the Goofball Army and for taking the time out to support the show.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.